Yeah, the dehumidification of impact using that heating energy, as I mentioned at the onset, it's temperature and humidity, and you have to have control over both. As plants grow in size, their transpiration rates are changing, so the actual dehumidification load is changing, and as the dehumidification load is changing, the sensible lighting load is changing. So you have this dynamic that is just basically from the small plant to the large plant that's going to change every single day of that growth cycle. And then when the lights go off, a whole new dynamic is coming. You no longer have the lighting energy, but you still have the moisture load, latent energy going on. And so utilizing the central plants and recovering the waste heat gets to be brought back using an appropriate control scheme to dynamically change the sensible heat ratio of the interior air handler so that you can control the space to precise temperature, relative humidity, and some growers will actually talk about it in constant vapor pressure deficit levels for their particular plants. And so the really key, and even within energy codes, you are not allowed to use new energy for reheating already cooled air.
Hmm.
It's just not allowed. That's where that heat recovery chiller really comes into play to be able to be preventing this quote unquote illegal action from happening. And obviously, if you're introducing new energy, you are having no concerns that you want to talk about in an efficient operation. If system A didn't achieve the dew point that the cultivator wanted, should it even be considered as a solution?
Or as the baseline at all.
Or as the baseline? I mean,
Yeah.
if it doesn't do the job, how can you do it? If I'm going to try to take a semi truck, I'm not going to go and take my little Yugo and hook it up and expect that it's going to move the truck. But that
Hmm.
Yugo has great energy efficiency. So you got to disconnect these two and get it into, first of all, did you achieve the design criteria that the cultivator wanted, and then measure the comparison of technologies on its efficiency. I will also state that the cultivator has the decision to make, because what design temperature and humidities they choose have a direct correlation of how big the HVAC system has to be. And it could be the most energy efficient and use more energy because you've chosen a very difficult point to operate at. and
Yeah.
and that's not anything to do with energy metrics. It is just
Yeah.
the reality of how big the system had to be to achieve the design constraint.